Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we're all still happy about the Springboks win over the Wallabies yesterday. They bounced back pretty well. To type, I think more I think about it, and we discussed it last night, Gavin, Rich, and I. The more I think about it, the win was the most necessary thing. The Boks know that they've got a lot of work to do ahead of their trip to New Zealand, with that big game at Eden Park still looming in 2 weeks' time. But I thought it would be interesting to just do a quick video about just how the reactions from across the world, and just looking at the way the Australians have reacted. Now, obviously, a bit lost and a lot of talk about James O'Connor's missed kicks there, and I think we all will admit that if James O'Connor had got that conversion over, it would have, the Wallabies would have been ahead going into the last couple of minutes, and it would certainly have helped them. And if he had got that penalty at the last minute, we would have also made it very close. We would have put them within a score, and certainly given them a lot more hope in those last 5 minutes. It was a rather uncomfortable game. You never felt the Boks were totally in control. They'll be more relieved, I think, getting back on the horse, as Russie put it, and then actually the quality of the way they won. I think they've had a lot of disruptions this last week, and etc. But now, interesting, I thought what caught my eye is that there was a bit of complaints in the Australian media about an incident that happened where Aphelele Fassi, they felt, should have got sent off. Now, he did get a yellow card for sticking a hand out and knocking the ball down. And if you look at that yellow card again, and I don't have footage of it at the moment, but if you look at that yellow card again on the replays, it shows there was a 4-on-1 overlap. So very lucky to just get away with the yellow card here. But let's have a look at the incident that they are complaining about.
Looking to get in the backfield, toes to the head for himself. Corey Toole needs a bounce. Corey Toole stays alive on the play. Now Callaway looks for the pop ball. Good work.
Apologies for the quality of this video. I couldn't find a video of it, and obviously don't have the software to put it there. But obviously Corey Toole pushed through. Andrew Callaway went, and for Aphelele Fassi, a great tackle. But then he never lets him go. And I think that's the key thing that the Australians are talking about, is that he never lets him go. And I played again once more in the slow motion again. You can see the tackle's great, but there's no release. No release at all. And this is on a line break. It's in the red zone. It's certainly something that the Wallabies would have complained about. And you could easily see that this should have been a yellow card. And I think the Boks were very lucky to get away with that. And if you think of what else Fassi did when he knocked that ball down as well, he was quite a lucky guy yesterday. Now, you play your luck, obviously. And rugby is a game where you do play your luck and you get away with what you can. So I can understand the complaints, and I can understand why Fassi did it. It was an act of desperation. But yeah, it probably should have been a yellow card. This was the way that the Sydney Morning Herald and the Age in Australia, two of their most prominent papers, saw it. The refs called it cruel the Wallabies. They said the Springboks should have had a man in the sin bin at a crucial stage of the Test match in Cape Town. It's hard to argue against that. You see in the footage again how Fassi looks at the ref as he does that. And if the shoe was on the other foot, I think we'd all be upset at the ref not giving that. But he was right there, and I think there was a very valid argument for a yellow card there against Fassi. Now, I'm obviously, as a South African person and supporter and reporter, I'm quite happy that obviously the Boks won the game, but certainly there has to be some introspection there, and that was one of that could have been very costly for the Boks if they lost a player at that time. And this is how the Raw, this is Christy Dorian, if you remember, he was on the channel with me last week talking about the game, but this was the headline from the Raw today: 2 clear cynical acts that the Boks were missed by officials. The other one, he said that when Kobus Reinach got the ball, he apparently pushed the player out of the way off the ball. I didn't quite see that, and I haven't really got footage of that, but there's certainly talk that this was that there was another cynical play. I think the one on Fassi should have been enough, to be very honest. But the Boks got away with that, and good for them, I suppose, that they got away with that. It was a very crucial time in the game, and they certainly could have been down to 14 men. And with the Wallabies surging like they did, I think that might have made it a very, very uncomfortable last couple of minutes. Now I sent Christy a message after the game saying that he must come on to the channel again. Let's talk about the game. This was before I saw his article, but he's, as he says here, with the Springboks holding a 23-17 lead in the 64th minute, Kellaway reeled in Corey Toole's chip and was dragged down meters short of the try line with no other defender around him. But the issue is the Springboks should have been penalised not once but twice, with the home side guilty of two cynical acts. The first occurred when Aphelele Fassi failed to release Kellaway in making the last-ditch tackle, and the next came a split second later as replacement halfback Kobus Randig deviated from his line and bumped away Toole from behind, who was preparing to clean out Fassi. Neither moment was spotted by New Zealand referee James Dolman or his TMO Richard Kelly. Interesting. Very interesting at all. It's one of those things. I think players do what they do in the moment and they see what they can get away with. But certainly some food for thought. So let me know what you think about the incident. Do you think Aphelele Fassi was lucky in that incident as well to get away with what he did? I certainly think there's some grounds to talk about, and I think introspection. As much as we want the Boks to win, we have to look at these moments as well. Of course, as I say, you get away with what you get away with. It's now spilt milk. So. It's one of those things, but let me know your thoughts. I'd love to read your reaction on there as well. Are the Aussies just whinging? They certainly made a hell of a statement these last 2 weeks in South Africa, and I'd like to hear what you think. So if you haven't already, also give the channel the thumbs up and helps us grow a bit. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really enjoy getting new subscribers on here. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and interesting food for thought on a Sunday.